On behalf of Sanoma Publishers, I welcome you to TEDx in Amsterdam. And at my table is the only, I think, African speaker of today. His name is Mark Kamau? Kamau.
Yes.
Welcome, Mark.
Thank you very much.
You have to go on stage. You're not there yet.
Yes.
Nervous?
Well, I'm overwhelmed by the very nature of TED and what it means, and I feel very humbled more than anything.
How did you get in contact with them?
I've been working with the Butterfly Works for a long time, and the project that I work with and the story of what I've been able to come through somehow got to the organizers of TED, and they thought it was worthwhile to tell, and I feel honored to be able to do it.
You come from Nairobi, you come from Kenya, right?
Yes, from Kenya.
Explain the country to all those people that are watching and don't know the country. Explain Kenya for me.
Yeah, Kenya is a country with an extremely resilient people. And I think they're resilient because there are many challenges they have to face. It has 42 different languages, and unfortunately riddled with corruption, and the gap between the rich and the poor is humongous. And there are all these challenges, yet the people of Kenya somehow seem to make it on a day-to-day basis.
You come from the poor side, right?
Yeah, I come unfortunately from the extreme poor side of the spectrum, which is a bit difficult to take when you see how much potential the country has, and how the resources of the country are controlled by a few people while a lot suffer.
How poor were you?
Well, I don't know how to scale it, but I've had to sleep in the cold, I've had to go without food, I've had to go out of school, I've had to see my friends die because of crime. I've seen and experienced things that I don't think any human being should.
Are your parents still alive?
Mom.
Is she proud?
Yes.
What about the dreaming? Because that's one of the words I hear in your story.
It's because I've had to see quite a few things that are very difficult to take, and for me to be able to escape that and to be able to cope, I had to create my own world in my head.
And how did that world look like?
I wanted to create in my head a world of peace, where nobody was suffering, where there were equal opportunities for everyone, and to dream and think that that is possible was always what I tried to do. And I would take any little inspiration to be able to fuel this and to be able to shield myself from being influenced and from going down as a statistic in Islam, because that's what happens to a lot of young people.
What was the most important first step from the slums where you grew up? And now today you are here in Amsterdam on TED, on stage.
Yeah.
The first step out of that slum, what did you do?
I think the first step was my mom. She would beat me up a lot when I made a mistake. But one day she gave the responsibility back to me, and she said, "I'm tired of beating you up. You are a responsible adult. You are a responsible young man. You are capable of making decisions." And in the moment she looked at me, not as a kid with a cane, but as a human being capable of making decisions and making right choices, I thought being given that responsibility and being respected like that, I think that was, for me, the moment that my life changed. And of course, a little bit further on, Butterfly Works came and started NairoBits.
Yeah, because Butterfly Works, explain to the people what it is.
Well, Butterfly Works, they are ladies who are here in Amsterdam, and they are social designers, and they had skills in design, and they could design websites. And I thought, maybe we can, go to Africa and help with our different skills. And that's what they did, and I was one of the lucky recipients of these skills. But aside from just skills, they challenged me and again gave me responsibility, and that was the real takeoff and why I'm here today.
Is that what more Western people should do? Invest their knowledge and to cooperate with Africa on this?
Yeah, I think they need to engage with Africa more intelligently. because the concept of giving money like giving a child money, the child would go and buy candy, and then the problem will be that they'll have bad teeth. So you leave them worse off than they were before you came, because they were poor, but at least they had teeth. But if you give them money and they buy candy, the teeth are gone, so they are worse off. I think there is need for the Western world to reevaluate how they've been dealing with Africa.
To cooperate.
And cooperate
on an equal level.
Exactly.
Because you're not waiting for help, right?
Exactly. Because I think the key ingredients for change in my life were respect, challenge, responsibility, and support from everybody around me. And I think it so far has worked. And I think maybe I'm not Einstein, but I think if it works for me, and if you say the future of Africa belongs to Africa, and if I am Africa and it worked for me, maybe it could work for the rest of Africa. So intelligent engagement is what I think should happen.
Intelligent engagement. To conclude, to wrap things up, what can we learn from Africa?
Yeah, I think Africa is not just a dark continent. It's a beautiful part of this world, part of the global community, and it has a lot to offer. There are a lot of challenges to realize its potential, but there is enormous potential and diversity, and rich people and continent that we need to work together more to be able to see and help it contribute positively and not just be the dark continent.
I wish you a lot of success with NairoBits, which is the name of the agency, right?
Yes.
You're running right now.
Yeah.
I wish you all the success of the world, and I'm going to spread this movie, to spread your words. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And lots of regards to your proud family.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for listening and watching. Bye-bye. Thanks, Mark.